Alright, give me 1 second. I'm still getting the multi all set up. Some random shit to listen to while we're waiting. Let's see, this is Panthera. What would be good on Panthera? Music-wise. I mean, it's against nuke trucks. Fuck it. Let's go back to this. It's the good stuff anyway. Alright, he's gonna want the multi because I'm co-hosting with Barb today. There you go, the emotes are unlocked. And they still haven't started slotting yet. Oh, great. So I gotta get this in the Discord channel. No DMs listed. There's that chat. How's AA gonna do? Well, we'll see. We got Greg Legs, Jib, Bacon, Green, and Mountain playing from AA today, Nordic, so... If you want to join them, feel free. Otherwise, it's going to be a really small operation today. We only have, let me change the title a little bit here. Because we're only up to about 75, 80 players today. Which, everything's going good. We're going to cover, probably round 1, maybe round 2 today before we go into the, Bleach Boy op. And then I'll, go back to doing it bi-weekly, thankfully. Because running missions every day that you're booked can be a pain in the butt. I'm a little burnt out from it, but that's A-okay. Do I still co-Zeus train Zeus still? Yes, Turtle. DM me on Discord about that. That's more of a Patreon thing now, but yeah, no, I still do that. And I do have openings right now for that, funny enough. Whew. My God. Sorry, I'm just a little tired right now. We're gonna rock out to Command and Conquer. No, excuse me. No, it is Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 music. That's what we're gonna do. Woo! We're just waiting for the round to begin here. You have a max so you can't play Arma? Well, oof. But yes, I co-Zeus and train, but it's more of a paid side gig right now. I don't really train anyone anymore because, well, the best way to do it is kind of figure it out yourself after watching someone do it from like a stream or whatnot. That's how I learned with Luton. That's how I learned over the past few years.
Sup, nerd.
And you gotta kind of go out to a bunch of different communities and find new things. And then once in a while, you know, look for something new. Hey, Gore. Gore, how you doing, buddy? Pay for pains tomorrow. You gonna be there? I really need someone to fund that little that church on a tank, buddy. I definitely need that there. And yes, they have Scud launchers for this mission. I think those are the 2 destroy objectives, but we'll see how things go. At least if I recall correct, that's what the 9P129M1 is, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Someone can Google it, figure out if I'm right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a Scud mission, especially with the phrase "out with a bang." Now, I don't think they're allowed to fire them, but it would be cool if they could. But yeah, Dev was good today. Mission files ready to go. I have Devour on a new task as he gets his coding guy to unfuck something in his Modi release today, and we'll see how things go. What actually is the answer in the sky? TWL, don't worry about it. I mean, if you want to find out, you should buy it. Yes, I mentioned a church tank. You should come by tomorrow. See what that is. Or prepay something and tell me to place it early, and then we can go ahead and look at all the fancy custom compositions. Or, you know what, even better, I'll put pictures of them in the document after the Bleach Boys off. We'll have a debug stream, we'll put that in. And then I gotta make sure my scripts for the IED drones are ready to go. And then debate if I want to remove Bloodlust or not. We'll see. Don't have any cash, I'd say okay. Yeah, we're talking about pay for pain shit.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, don't spoil anything. I did see the menu, so I'm scared.
Well, everyone's seen the menu, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Whew. What's that missile truck? That was a Toyota truck with missiles in a circular line. That's the, that's a rocket pod for an aircraft that they've grafted onto a Toyota truck, and you just fire the rocket pod. It's, I think, from 3CB Factions. Yeah, that one is, that one's a fun one. If Falcon doesn't make it, you choose Barbarian. Barbarian for what, Willow? For what specifically? Block stream elements. Is it going to come back and haunt you? Yes, James. You're going to go to bed tonight, wake up at 3 a.m., and stream elements is going to be on top of you. Your mouse is going to be duct taped, and you're going to regret everything. Just warning you now. Definitely can't use Bloodlust with mine. Yeah, because your stuff probably gets insta-bloodlusted, or the attack animations bloodlust people, in which case... Oh my god, that's actually completely terrifying. Your multiple personality... Wait, what? Willow, you can't be crazy. Come on. I just used your money to fund the Great Emu War. I mean, we gotta get that done. Bloodlust is server side. Bloodlust is, however, we're running an updated version of it on TSB's main mod set. And I didn't realize we were. That was a pretty funny one. So I might ask everyone to unload that mod. We'll see. But everything's tested with it. It just means lag spikes every time someone goes to battle. Phas with pay sounds when? Gore? Actually soon, because Phasmophobia is having a winter update with a new difficulty. And I actually got Dante interested in it. So I'm thinking maybe Sunday night. No, wait. No, Saturday night we're doing the double date. Okay, yeah, no, Sunday night I might be able to...
oh, you already did.
It's in the channel, Goober.
Ooh, multi-stream. That's different.
But let me think. Maybe on Sunday. I'll have to prep it tonight. How many rounds tonight? 1, maybe 2, depending on how quick round 1 goes. Because we have the Bleach Boys op to then do. And then that goes back to going bi-weekly. Woo! Server-side means you can enable or disable it during use. No, so client-side mods are mods you can run on your client as long as they're whitelisted on the server. So effects like different sound files or smoke having a different impact just apply for you but not for everyone else. Server-side means the mod is running server-side and it's required for everyone to run because otherwise they won't see what the server sees. So, example, a zombie mod, and then your players don't see the zombies, and then some people are getting mauled to death, others are not, and then the guy that can't see the zombies all of a sudden starts taking injuries, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he dies. Well, Ollie, I hope you're okay. Sleep is somewhat important, you know? Maybe? Possibly. Could be wrong. Can Bloodlust be turned on and off in the mission? From what I saw with this one, no. I mean, if you want it off, you just don't load the mod, right? But we'll see. I turned everything off on it, so we'll just have to see how things go, but... Yeah, well, caffeine will only get you so far. Eventually, your body will force you to fall asleep, so... C'est la vie. Cool. Curious. I think these are all bridges. Oh, dear. Is it the Russian flag? Oh, of course, that's the first thing you go to. Ah! That's when you resort to adrenaline injections. See, if you ever...
Very slim AO.
It's a Russian AO.
I thought it was French.
It is French. Chat's lying to me. It's okay. So,
yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're on about. Even if it was vertical, it'd be the fucking Dutch. Your chat needs to go back to middle school fucking social studies.
I don't think they have middle school where they come from, but anyway, 2 mobile missile trucks, shit ton of bridges, a few custom comps, but otherwise not a lot of places for them to hide it unless they want to go off-road with them, so shame, but we'll just have to see how that plays out. Spiked cold brew. Yeah, I'll grab some. Why not? Oh, right. Let's get the bet up.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the return of the Scud launchers. I hope that they're usable and that we see 20 plus kills from it. And in this narrow of an AO, we honestly just might.
I doubt FNF will let them actually be usable. They probably have their ammo ripped. They have before?
They have.
Wasn't that OFCRA?
No, that was FNF. That was on Zargabad at night. There was 2 of them. They used both of the launchers.
Nice.
Now, they might have changed it since then.
I have no idea. We got to break everything down once we're in the mission file. So if you want to wait till that happens, feel free. Otherwise, Blue 4 or Op 4.
So the precedent itself is there.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yes, we shall. And where will we see you tomorrow, Liru, since we still got a little bit of time?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be participating, actually not participating, my bad, Zeusing something called Pay for Pain. We start at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll probably go for about 2 to 3 hours, and I have a lot of really fun custom compositions to throw at the poor player base because their lives will be in the viewers' hands.
Now, what will you be participating in earlier that day?
Well, we were originally, Bloodway and I were going to have a double date for lunch, but something else came up related to my job, so we're going to do a double date for dinner instead. I was going to cook something like hamburgers, but because I don't have the time, because other things came up, we're probably just going to go to Korean barbecue instead, and I'm going to get wasted. And the round's begun. Barb, you okay? Barb?
What else, Liru? Please.
Oh, Bloodwind's gonna cosplay some. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to talk about that one publicly because it's lewd. Turn the music down slightly.
All right, well, just send me the pictures like usual. And
what do you mean, like usual? No, but I'll send you the pics of her sister. Anyway, yes, okay, Barbarian's hosting a Tarkov thing at 11 a.m., and I'm going to be playing on the ground with a few other people like Whale, Leia, the whole 9 yards, and hopefully it'll be fun. I'm just going to bring a scav load out and fuck around, because why not?
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of glad you did, because you were the only one who was really going for that, and I think you kind of created a renaissance, so I think a few people are going to be having some alternate kits that they might switch to on the day of, so we'll see.
I mean, I'm just playing it like I always played Tarkov back in like 2018. Just bring up something minor and fuck around, you know? Especially if you're in a group.
Yeah. And that Saiga you got. Ooh, those slugs. They'll do some damage against a scav.
But anyway, up to the mission. So, do you want to do Blue 4 or Op 4 first?
Let's do Op 4 since, or sorry, Blue 4 since they're attacking. Wait, this is, I thought it was Green 4. Didn't it say Green 4 in the mission thing?
It did, but Blue 4 slots. You got to look at the slots because that's what the actual code is. So, they just mislabeled it, and audited people passed it along because audited missions. Yep.
All right, well, Blue 4 is going to be standard Blue 4 Woodland Marpat Marines, rocking 5.56, a couple M240s. We see the Sniper Squad team, I guess, with their M2010 ESR.
It's Stark sniping.
Yeah, Jay Stark sniping on that.
There is one critical difference today that was written on the mission file, which we almost never see. The AT guys have Medicis.
Yes, and everyone has night vision, though that might be part of the new Orbat. I'm not sure.
Nope, that's not
yes.
part of the new Orbat. That's an option they can tick on, and yeah, they have NVGs.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, Parkham here rocking that Metis M, so that is going to be pretty much a shoulder-fired toe, wire-guided. You point and it goes kind of deal. Super easy to shoot, and they might be able to snipe those Scud trucks from a distance. But moving on from that, we have a few Humvees over here to the northwest, a couple of up-armored Humvees with M2s. We see a security Humvee actually with the very reinforced turret with a 240, an MRZR, and I think another MRZR just took off. Yes, it did, with Stark in it. And also a 1117 with,
I don't know if I'll be able to do that, Willow.
Scripted for a 50 cal HMG and an M240 in 7.62.
Yes. All right, going over the roster, Drake is commanding. Drake is just one of your head honchos for commanding. I don't have anything noteworthy to say about him other than he's just one of the guys that takes the role often enough, and we'll hopefully see things go well for him. Maz is Venus 2IC. Nemesis commanding X-Ray. Stark is the sniper, as I already mentioned, and I'll be curious to see what he does with that because he is always one of the players that I watch similar to Nemesis. Montgomery commanding Alpha 1 here. He's got members of the 29th ID under him, all pretty good Milsim players that also excel in FNF because FNF is hosted in the 29th ID's TeamSpeak. So we also have Norris, noteworthy in Alpha 2, and he does have a 240 Bravo. When he's given an automatic weapon such as a 249, 240, or PKM, PKP, he does very, very well with them. So I'll be curious to see what he does today because he already did really well in the EU branch today. Otherwise, Lurch, Rainman, Scottish, Meepo, Mito and Meep, excuse me, I combined both of them. Aussie Wookie, Green Shade, Sleeve, really good players under Bravo. Delta also has Jib, Brain, Mountain, a mix of AA players, and I think that's all AA players actually. And then G-Legs and Ash under Gamma 1, probably to do a Vic crew, I'd imagine the 117. And then Morgan's in his own group right there. But otherwise, a few good players in there, good commander. That's a pretty good roster, but let's see what they're fighting. Barb, what are they fighting?
Well, they're fighting Op4, and if I scroll down over there, we will see that they are... Jesus, it's fucking dark. Yep, standard Russians actually in Gorkas this time instead of the usual EMR pattern that we see. They do have EMR pattern vests, but those are rocking Altons, Gorkas, and stuff in uniform, but they'll be rocking the usual Russian kit of 545 by 45. 545 by 39. Jesus, I'm all over the place tonight. As far as those AK-74s, we see PKMs and PKPs, some GP-25s. We see Lolo there with the sniper team with the T-5000 and 338 Lakua. And Chaos and Reaper, actually no, Chaos and Duck Dupe with the suppressed AK-74s. As far as assets, I saw 3 static dishcoms on the high tripods that were taken around. BMP-2 rescripted to have its main cannon be 14.5, if I'm not mistaken, and then the 7.62 PKT coaxial as well, so 2 machine guns on that. Essentially just mechanized BTR.
Yes.
Because the 23 millimeter 2A24 cannon, I believe it is really, really powerful against infantry, but those high explosive shells. So this is just a bit of a balancing act, isn't it?
Dream is drunk and asleep right now.
We see Tolly and Wheaton and Warwick with those 2 objectives, those Scud launchers. They're free to move those 2 Scud launchers anywhere within here, but we'll get to that in a minute after Liru takes us through the roster.
All right, roster really simple. Bargren is commanding. He is definitely one of the better ones on the whole list of things here. His only weakness is occasionally he crashes out and leaves his side without a commander, but when he's able to stick in, he normally does quite well. Kiri commanding the X-Ray group, which has a mix of VTS and TSV players, with Lolo taking the sniper rifle, so we'll see what he's able to carry with that. A lot of Op4 is already mounted up, which is great to see them getting an early start. We've got Grav, Ghoster, Patriot, and Coax setting up at a little... From the distance, it looked like a little radio station, but actually it's just a bunch of trees. It's a few trees at the angle here. I'd imagine they might want to try to put one of those missile trucks right on the eastern bank here, so it stays away from any AT, and it forces the hostile faction to get right on top of it within satchel throwing range. But otherwise, we got Schnuffles, Artisan, and Mike, our favorite player, Mr. Hawk, going down the road to the south. For what purpose, I do not know, but it looks like they're actually turning around now. We otherwise have Korvac, Ibnek, Cine, Space Cowboy, Carl, and Zoni with them as well. And then in another truck for Delta, Martin Poe, Jerry, Germania, all players that we've seen come in time and time again. Cosmonaut as well, Warwick and Wheaton. I forget, I think Wheaton's the head server guy. I always get him confused with another guy with a really similar name. And Warwick, he's also been here for a while. And then Tolly and Fred, Not Bay and Dooley taking to Vit Crew. Very noteworthy players there. Not Bay, I would say, is the best player with an FNF period. And then Stott and Bay also under Alpha 2. So, all things considered, tonight's numbers are really, really low. We're only at about 80 players max right now. So, all the more reason and all the more impact that come from focusing on the really powerful players like Bay, Stark, you name it, because it just means killing one guy makes all that more of a difference when you have less players on either side. So, I'll be curious to see what Bay does with the BMP. I'll be curious to see what Stark does with the sniper rifle. And I'll be curious to see where Op4 deploys those Scud launchers, because they are both already mobile and being taken around to different areas.
Yeah, so two things I want to bring up. Yeah, with those Medices on Blue 4, pretty much anything on that southwestern side of Red 4 starting zone with the town of Kamna Gorica and the hills up there, if they're able to get an angle onto the Scud launchers, pretty much if they can see them, those things are as good as dead. The Metis will take that missile right onto target every single time. So there's no guessing involved, and a child soldier could do it, kind of thing. Secondly, so Dream has informed me that the Scuds can be launched. However, I don't always believe his word. But if you do look inside of these Scud
they do
launchers,
have missiles in them. Yep.
The missile loaded and ready for bear in there. And one third thing, if you look at the Scud launchers themselves, they do have this little marker on them. They are marked as an objective. If you go and you click on one of the players, you go to their first person, you can actually see that those markers are being updated for Blue Force. So no matter where those Scud trucks go, they will have an accurate marker within 15, or like, that updates like what, every 15, 20 seconds or something like that. So there's not a lot of room for trickery. This is going to have to be a very solid defense, and you know, they will have to be clever with where they put these launchers, but they don't have the opportunity to, you know, pull a fast one on Blue 4, like that one time on Malden forever and ever ago, where the one like mobile objective truck just
drove in circles, but it got intercepted anyway, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yes, that was good. But yeah, we'll see where, I mean, if Tolly stays right there, I feel like he's as good as dead, especially with his headlights on. And the other one up north, I think they're keeping in the depot, at least for now. But with about 4.5 minutes left to go, what are you thinking?
I think there's a few good places Op4 can put it. I already mentioned one on the eastern bank. The little military base close by where G3 is right now. On the beach, there's some rocks. On the western side, you can put them on the eastern side of those rocks. Keep it in the low ground. The only issue is it can be sniped from far to the right, but that area is not accessible to Blue 4, so it's technically safe. It can be engaged from the rear, though, but if you want to separate them out, you can put one back where Op4 is fortifying now and another one up there, and just try to capitalize on defending the open ground of the airfield itself. Because there's not really any place for Op4 to do a lot of circuiting with. Yet it looks like they're deploying a lot of stuff on the southern side. So that makes me think they might try to have a holdout right there, which is a pretty interesting choice. What also concerns me is where Op4 X-Ray is right now. This is a spot that Blue 4 could get a Metis on and pretty much overwatch the entire AO with. So I can understand why Green... were you watching?
What?
One of the X-Ray guys just flew off into the sunset. Okay, I don't know what caused that, but anyway, yep, these rocks are not 100% secure. But they, again, would be a really nice overwatch point for that Metis. Blue 4, though, has a few nice routes to get in with a lot of bridges they could potentially choose. And we're just probably going to see a unified push through one road because of their limited number. I would recommend they go to the northeastern coast and just follow that through because you want to avoid this open area in the airfield at all costs. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, I think hiding one of the trucks up here over in the forest to the east, or sorry, to the west rather, wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that might be where Warwick is taking his launcher right now. Tolly, that's really not a good spot. I don't know what the view distance limit is on this mission, probably 500 or 750 meters, but I mean, that's not too far away when you look at the grand scheme of things. I mean, even as far up as Grad Common or anywhere on that hilltop, and they should be in view distance, especially Golf 2 Tommy there. Or Tolly, excuse me.
There's also some castle tops that are accessible on the northern side at Grand Common. You could see the Metis launcher go up here as well, and a sniper up here wouldn't be too bad either. It's got some pretty good overwatch, especially where Op 4 is considering to deploy their forces. I don't know. Op 4's both sides are really thin. That makes the defense just that much harder, and it means they have to be a lot more conservative about where they put their defensive line. So we'll see where those missile trucks drive off to. You could also consider they're driving farthest away so they can immediately launch the missiles, but...
Yeah, that is the other thing, is that, you know, if Blue 4 decides to go static on one of these hilltops and provide a base of fire...
Dream, go to bed.
If that can be relayed quickly enough to the Scud missile launchers, they can, you know, they have 2 launchers to launch, and those things, I mean, they'll flatten a town. Yeah, it's not too crazy. It's not the nuke, it's just a high explosive. But it's, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that word. I'm sorry. But it's just a high explosive missile.
Yeah, right, Flav maybe. I might go back and edit that in later.
It's still pretty devastating.
Oh, Barb, we can say the N-word. It's just chat's not allowed to say the N-word. Unless they're Russian.
The N.
Yeah, nuke. Why? What do you think?
No,
yeah.
No. Say it, yeah. Nuke.
Nuke.
Hey, you could say it. I could say it.
Yeah.
Say it with a hard E. Yeah, come on.
With a hard E.
Nuke.
Nuke. Calm down, Barb. We're not in Nigeria. Jesus. But as I predicted, look, Tolly's driving his Scud truck over to where these 4 guys are, so...
Yeah, I'm wondering what X-Ray is going to be doing with their position up here, because they're all... I mean, I look at these guys and I can feel what's that blood pressure rising. Especially Dup Dupe, who's about to arm himself through those rocks.
Round started, and the convoy is already starting to come in.
Ghoster is driving out to meet them, going right into the town of Begunya.
He's only got a transport truck, and I think he's solo right now.
I think he might be trying to
Hey,
be
Wasmer,
a
thanks for the raid, man.
Cause a feint and
How are
delay
you
the
today?
Blue Force assault because of the risk of a possible counter rush. But he's just gonna stop right there.
Dream, go to
about
bed.
50 meters away from
No
the
good night
Red Force
kiss.
safe start
Just
area.
go to bed.
And it's finally starting to get a little bit lighter, so that's nice. Blue for X-ray.
Bonk Dream, yes. Send him to bed.
6-5 here.
Take it up with Bloodwing.
That castle area, the 2 little tower tops they could get on top of and get some decent eyes.
Mentioned those Metis could set up in either of those spots. I hear noise.
Oh, yeah.
Tolly, no.
Do you hear a noise?
Tolly, no. Tolly, they're just children.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not going to be children for much longer. So he's just got that ready. No one's in the truck right now. So he's just... I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a giveaway. If you stick the missile up, they can see it better. But, yeah, that's just me. What about the other one?
It's not like their positions update on the map or anything.
Yeah, no. Or, you know, in real time, anything like that.
Oh, dear.
Warwick might be lining up for it as well.
Send in Goat Team 6.
Oh, is the other one opening up?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for him to put the riggers down.
The out triggers.
Yep.
Willow giving us up to God of all turtles. Nice.
They choose with that.
Hope you guys keep enjoying the
Whoosh,
operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
But X-Ray actually starting to move down towards those castle tops. Well, I think that's Delta. Yeah, Delta HQ is staying on top of there. We're actually seeing a lot of. We'll see Alpha and Bravo both staying back along with HQ. I think they're waiting to see if there's any play from Red 4, but doesn't seem to be. So now we're just waiting to see what they decide to do. And Ghoster hasn't moved either.
Dear.
He's just chilling right by his truck. I don't know if he's waiting for orders or a command or something, but he's just vibing.
All right, so Blue 4 spotted where the BMP is. If you open Blue 4's map, they get exact markers of where the Scud trucks are within about 5 meters. So I imagine they're going to get the Metis up on this hill and take out that BMP.
Yep, Stark just spotted the BMP. So he's panicking and running down the tower.
Yes, but Mountain has the Metis and he's about to fire.
Where's Mountain at?
On the hill overwatching.
Yeah, but he's got it spotted too.
He had an angle, but he moved. Got another angle.
Yeah, that's a good one. He just needs to be led to the target.
Yeah, I think he's being pointed out.
Yeah, Nemesis has eyes on it. Yep, now he does. And 3, 2, 1. No, maybe they're waiting, but he's gonna be holding eyes on it. What's nice about the Metis too is that it has thermals, so if it's a long distance situation shooting through forest and stuff. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
But he, ooh, I thought he dunked it.
Yeah, I thought he dunked it too, but he dunked it right into it apparently. So there goes the BMP.
There you go. And just like that, Dooley goes down, Nape down as well. Whew. Oh, and it's cooking off too.
Usually they're given 2 or 3. The other Scud truck has been lined up and ready to go.
Yeah, I hear it.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna change up the
Red's
song.
actually bleeding next to the one over by the east side. I wonder if he got hit by it or like got armored or something. And we'll have a drink in memory of that BMP.
Yep, Dooley's still bleeding out. Not Bay trying to find an angle back to help his buddy. We gotta stay on first or third person cameras of people, because otherwise we hear that
like
sound.
Spiky and her team are gonna be pushing further south past Grad Common and into that town.
Yeah, loud ass vehicle, I know.
But so much of Blue Force just waiting here in the back lines.
I think they're just taking this super cautiously because they're fighting Scuds.
I guess, but I feel like being mobile would be better. Like, granted, they don't have any Red 4 that are really hunting them. We have over on the far west side Lolo and Reapers kind of advancing through the low ground and the rivers and stuff, but like, and they're not going to be able to get any kind of visual on this platoon. Not unless they're very lucky.
I don't think Fred's realized he's slowly bleeding out.
No, me neither. Because it is pretty, dark really that noticeable.
Kirov reporting.
Yeah, not really much happening. Spiky's team is pushing down along the coast there. Might try and clean up the BMP situation because I think they saw the crew hop out. But those Scuds likely do not have a target yet, so they're just waiting for when the action starts.
They got their sniper in a weird spot.
Oh yeah, up on that hill.
No, he's in the low ground right now. I guess watching a bridge.
Oh, you're talking about Red 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Stark. Yeah, Lolo and them, I figured they might be a bit of a forward recon element, but they really haven't gone that far forward. It's not a bad spot they got here. Like you said, they got those bridges to watch over, but it doesn't really mean much when there's like a dozen of them scattered across this river.
I thought it was fitting because we have Scud launchers.
So Spiky, Green Thumb and Mountain have now pushed into the compound. Notbay tried to patch up Dooley, I think, but wasn't able to get him up. So Notbay is deciding to flee. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Notbay.
He's carrying Dooley out.
Yeah, he's in the carrying animation, but Dooley is still over here. That is interesting. We have an ace head bug there. Interesting.
He's refusing to let his buddy go, but the wall's all solid, so...
Yeah, that's a solid fence. Yeah, Fred. Notbay actually dropping the body for a second. Oh. Did they add an animation for dropping the body?
I have no idea what I just witnessed.
Yeah, right? You saw him like morph into the ground as well, right? No clue. Now here comes the 4IV, led by Nemesis. Honestly, if they get into contact with Notbay, they're able to get that position marked and struck. It'll be very big. But I think they're gonna miss out on Notbay, and he's gonna just try and escape.
I'm watching Mountain's POV. Didn't spot anything.
No. Oh, there's some shots. That's Stark and Bangs shooting out the windows. Was with a suppressed Mark 14, so could have been a worse choice, but still a little bit not unnecessary at this point. And Notbay gets back to the Red 4 spawn, but still, this X-ray group is pretty much undetected, for better or for worse. Looks like the Alpha and Bravo squads back up to the northwest have finally come down from their hillside and are mounting back up. So that X-ray team has done a bit of pathfinding.
Stark just caught a glimpse of Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And Op 4 Command just got disconnected.
Pog.
I said, Vargren, if he's able to stay, he's a really good commander, but sometimes his internet shakes out.
Yep. Stark not peeking over. I think I heard a gunshot.
He has not fired yet.
No, not Stark, but from somewhere off to his west. No, that's technically not true, Backety. Someone has died. Well, I guess technically not yet. Dooley still alive.
Dooley is dying.
He
That's
is
the best
in
way
the
to put it.
void. He's in the void is the best way I think to describe it, because yeah, Not Bay is working on his imaginary friend Dooley. Mountain spiking, Green Thumb pushing further along the coast.
Neither side's really winning.
Spot out these Hesca barriers taken out from the top, but no one from here has spotted them. Koak might have, and Patriot pulling out the Vector 21, but also looking in that direction. Right over at Gulf 1. Yeah, he sees that 717. And Fred is hopping in the truck. He's hopping in the missile launcher. So I think he's going to be aiming, getting ready to fire. Nope, he's gotten back out. Now he's getting back in.
Warwick's closing his scud.
He's closing his scud. Interesting. So he may be getting ready to move then. Most likely. Everyone's just so scared to make a move.
Warwick's Vic is on the move.
Speaking of making a move, Warwick is. So I guess he's going to try and hide his scud further into the hills. Again, those markers, you know, the positions of these things are updated in fairly real time. There's
Patriot getting his head blown off by a 50 cal.
Yeah, Tolly almost getting their head blown off too. Come on, Fred, you gotta help him out here. I think it's actually, no, that missile tip is just below the ridge line.
Well, because of the map in this fortified position, they can assume that that's there.
Oh yeah, they know it's there, but they just don't have direct eyes on it. At least, maybe not. From up on the hill, they might be able to see just like the top, like 6 inches of that missile. Well, there's Not Bay getting caught out by X-ray.
Yep, Dooley, I think, just died.
It looks like it.
Warwick now redeploying his scud launcher.
He's bringing it back out. Just whipping it out like that. Oh, that's beautiful.
It's ready to fire. Oh, God. Think that's loud enough? Wow.
Ooh, and there's another building going down on top of 4IB. Nemesis and his whole team getting taken out. Lone survivor of that missile strike. Spiky dies quickly after too. There it is.
Well, the good old bait them at your spawn point, I guess.
Classic. And Mountain disconnects immediately. Cheese is now standing in the respawn area, menacingly. Oh, no, he's gone. Naka, you're absolutely right. How pissed would you be? Nothing happens for 30 minutes and you get insta-gibbed by a missile.
Ah. Top tier gameplay.
Top tier Arma 3 emergent gameplay. Amazing game design.
Oh my god. That killed, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 people.
Christ alive.
And now Not Bay's coming up to clean up the rest. Starting with Phoenix.
Isn't that ironic? But Bang's coming around the side.
Bay, look out!
Ooh.
Bay, his shots! They're suppressed! Bay does not care about your suppressed weapon. Bay is out for blood. And he'll settle for yours.
Stark taking up a position. Might spot a Nape from this angle.
I can't wait for that scud to launch to my ears to get absolutely murked again. Oh.
Right. Oop, there it is. Stark has spotted Nape.
No!
Tap, tap, tap.
Of course, it's Stark to get that kill.
Yeah, Stark the marksman who has now dropped their sniper.
Realizing it is more than useless. Oh, wow. He switched to his sniper rifle.
Oh, is he keeping... What backpack does he have?
A compact. Oh, AT launched.
Fuck? All right, interesting.
They launched it into Korvac. Hey, Boo. You okay?
What the fuck is going on?
You alright? Alright. Let me just text me if you need anything, okay? No problem. Alright, 117's moved up. It's now firing at the small little garrison here. They've turned in the missile launchers, so we just hear Warwick's. Nah, she's got a big migraine right now, guys.
Fred didn't get credit for the missile kills. Unfortunate.
Yes, because Fred needs to be commemorated for the fact that he can click a button.
I mean, isn't that all Arma is? Just clicking and pressing buttons? We ain't ready for that conversation yet. Greg Legs is actually credited with a vehicle kill. What if you just destroyed a truck or something? And now with Alpha joining the fray up here, we might see second Scud launch if this movement gets spotted out. We do have over by the gas station Lolo and Reaper. Lolo does have eyes on someone. Yeah, that's Alpha HQ now moving up. That's in Lolo's line of sight. Doesn't leave the shot up though. Come on, Wheaton.
Ooh.
Oh, I believe Wheaton. If he launches that now. Dredden and Stark getting caught out by, looks like Bravo HQ there. Some really accurate fire from distance. This whole thing is almost like a gamble. Do you try to wait and mitigate the effects of a missile launch, or do you try and rush and not let them launch the missile at all?
I would just keep every squad as their own entity and space them out accordingly to minimize the losses.
Yeah, because if they launch it one squad, well, you still got 2, maybe 3 others, depending on the size.
If anything, I'd be more inclined to just keep my AT guys with Medicis on ridges, but, you know, by themselves or with their support element, and then be more active with my fast-moving attack vehicles. To try to just directly attack the Scud positions, you know?
Yeah, they're always coming down to this like giant spearhead, and I'm telling you that some Bravo HQ up here, X-Ray, they need to get on the horn to Wheaton and Golf 1 and launch this missile over there. So they should have great eyes on all of this. That's a Meadows launcher.
Yep, they fired it up at Schnuffle, Zoni, and Space Cowboy Carl.
They're firing it at infantry. Well, I guess they might have been trying to destroy the dish gun, but which they missed. But that's there's a mission critical objective you need to blow up, y'all. You need to remember this. And Metis missiles are heavy. I'd be surprised if they carry more than 2 per launcher.
I'm surprised they're not launching it to eliminate Alpha here.
Well, maybe since they launched the first one, they really want to be sure for the second one. But this is about as sure as can be.
Like, they've got Op4 on a ridge overwatching. I guess they're just waiting for them to be more congealed when they send them to attack the other one.
I mean, Danny's looking over there with a pair of binocs. He has eyes on this whole maneuver. He's got eyes on 2 separate Humvees, both clustered at this Alpha HQ position in Red 4 spawn. This is perfect if they could just get this going.
Can only imagine it's because they're trying to be patient with it, or the Scud doesn't have the arc. We've seen that it's had the range for that,
but not quite the arc.
Yeah, the arc might be a little off here, but I mean, I feel like if they were testing that position, they would be adjusting it. But Wheaton, he's in that Vic, so I'd assume he's ready to fire at the given order. Maybe they're waiting for the players to get right on top of that position before they fire. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's out in the open, there's no cover, but at the same time, you risk hitting friendlies with it, even if they're behind that escalation.
It's a lot of infantry, though. This would be the optimal time to do it.
Yeah, condense in this one position. X-Ray lead or one of X-Ray's assistants and does Danny the Cheeto. Still looking over there, has eyes on this whole maneuver. I'm sure he's calling out to Carey, but Carey needs to talk it up the chain. Ooh, this grenade might be really good.
Wait.
Grenade taking out Dog 4.
Killing another guy there, too.
Perfect grenade. Yeah, I heard Sablon there. That was a perfect grenade right behind the rock from that high arc. And another one going out. Jeez. Oh, right in that same spot.
Woo!
Oh, Dog 4. That's a dog-eat-dog world, I guess. Oh, I heard missile launch.
Yep. Rocket just hit the one of the M2 Humvees. I just heard the out trigger. They're packing up the Scud.
They might be repositioning it or re-angling it. No, he's moving out. There he goes. Oh yeah,
He's repositioning.
Yeah, he's just shifting it. I don't think he's going anywhere really. Yeah, now he's gonna back it up.
Yep. Got a Humvee rushing.
Second Scud launcher is redeploying. As in it's, And that is outriggers.
Yep, outriggers are down. Bay's opening.
Yeah. Love it when Bay opens. Norris doing circles around this group, taking down, I think that was, yeah, Sathenberger going down. Norris actually hopping out.
Yep, with the 240 Bravo. Kearnshaw getting shot at by Grav.
Did that.
I think a grenade blew it up. Fred getting flanked and taken out.
Yep, and now it's just Kearnshaw, but that grenade could kill Grav there. Sends him to his feet, and he hops out for some reason. Why? I don't know why he hopped out.
I don't know.
Everything was. It's an up-armored Humvee.
Probably freaked out.
I guess. But yeah, that thing is impervious to small arms fire. They would need an RPG-26 at least to damage it. Both the wheels were good, engine's not smoking, so...
Rocket.
What the line of thinking there was, but it is what it is. They have destroyed the objective now, though, and Bluefoot can ignore this hilltop altogether. At least until they start moving
just pull
out.
back, cross, and then go put pressure on the other one.
Yep, speaking of the other one.
Menace fired right up, knocking out Artisan and Schnuffles.
Green is ready to fire with that one, and it's angled right onto Alpha HQ's position. Now, once they launch it, though, they're already kind of moving back and adjusting position because they've taken care of this objective, so I don't know. Yeah, and Redford's already taking control of that. With Fred at the helm, yeah. I think it's going to be perfect against the 1117 and the other Humvees. Actually, no, both of them are down over here. Eastern Dogford over here.
Launch
Both of these Humvees
the
are
missile.
like tripled. Did Redford get Medicis as well? No, Poe just has an RPG-42. And he's
just
ducking
been
shots.
RPG's doing a really good job taking out Vix.
Yeah, well, he's got Jared right there next to him, range finding for him, so he's got the perfect range every single time. That's how you're supposed to do it. Be a hunter-killer team. And so yeah, they've destroyed one, and there's another one still up, but it's not doing too hot. And now that Red 4 Alpha HQ over here by this Scud objective, they're pulling out in that Humvee. Grav, the unfortunate soul left behind. However, in the backlines of Blue 4, Lolo and Reapers have moved in.
Where's that shot?
And are looking for their chance to strike. We have Lurch here, who I think is Bravo platoon lead. Yeah.
We're waiting for a Scud launch.
Bravo squad lead,
Falcon.
They might have a chance to take up one of the heads of the snakes.
Seen AT getting launched into a group of 2 that were left behind. They're just going to get caught in a medical loop.
And now with that Alpha HQ Humvee for Red 4 pulling back on the west side of the river, it's now a bit more firmly in Red 4's control, I'd argue, because now they have these 3, 4, or 5 bridges that they can watch over and kind of control the flow of how they're able to get across. They have eyes on the approach, and they have eyes on the choke points, or at least some of them.
Fucking Lolo.
What did Lolo do?
Look at Lolo right now.
Oh, on top of the church?
Yeah, look at Eagle.
Oh, no. And Lolo, he's just, yeah, he didn't get a clean shot through his trigger. Yep. Man, imagine like that's like the lower back strength that he's got there, being able to lift up his entire upper body. Oh, that's a clean shot. Man, what happened to Eagle?
I don't know.
To be fair, all of them are not pulling back, so... But they're not, like, guns up. Guns are still down. They're just jogging back. Lolo might want to get on the other side of this roof really quick.
Nah, he'll be fine.
He might be focusing on Schult there. Yeah, he's not going to see Nielsen, Montgomery, Dogford, any of them coming up here, but they may not see him.
Well.
And Montgomery, I think, got Lolo in the leg, and now he is stuck up there. You can't hop off there. And oh,
Oh!
quick scope Lolo taking one down for the count, or for the road rather. Not a bad play.
I don't hear the launcher anymore.
No, I think they also realized that they've maneuvered.
Well, they just put it back up, but
Oh, well, never mind. All right.
it's not at an angle to engage anymore. I'm gonna be a little mad if Blue 4 wins this, because Off-War had the opportunity to launch it back on the same spot and do like a squad wipe worth, but ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they figured it would take too long and they'd scatter before the Scud launches, but like, or before it lands rather. But it's just, I mean, what are you gonna do otherwise?
Inquiries of the damned. Thanks for Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Chult maneuvering back to the northwest up onto this hill 65, I think, or 37 rather. And Reapers is up here too, hiding behind a tree and some tall grass, but we might find Maz here, 2IC. Oh,
There goes the Scud repositioning again. Righto, Inquiry.
Let's see where they go with it this time. They might even be just keeping it in the same spot. This isn't a terrible spot. You got some concealment, but you still have a nice flat surface and a good angle to really reposition whatever direction you want. But now with all the teams getting back to their vehicles, it's going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, no, I agree. Op4 seems really confused right now.
Yeah, like you were mentioning earlier, they may not have the distance for the arc for it to fly straight down on top of them.
15-minute warning about to be called. Less than 40 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's been a pretty slow round, to be honest.
No kidding. I thought I was just me drinking.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this mash push coming, but we'll see. Trigger going back out. There's the 15-minute.
Yeah. Bravo HQ looking to cross over to the, yeah, they're already crossing over here. So they might link up and start making their way through the mountains, skirting along the edge of the AO. And that path will take them right on top of X-Ray, and honestly, quite literally. They'd be at an even almost a little bit higher up elevation to X-Ray if they stick to the border of the map. Looks like Wheaton and Warwick are discussing what to do with the Scud. Yep. Wheaton is nodding in agreement.
War Sage, it'll cover the entire AO. It's the minimum range that you should be worried about. Because if Blue 4 gets within that zone, then they're fine. But let's see, we had a Scud right here and it hit right here, so the minimum zone is at least 500 meters, give or take. Yeah, so Blue 4.
717 still up? Yes, it is. Greg Legs is solo doing it, actually.
I'd imagine Blue 4 is just going to ride the southern border, get right within the minimum zone of that the Scud, and just we'll see it play out from there.
Stark and Dryden have made their way on the southern few bridges, so they're going to try and sneak up on this side of things, but Ilbanek and Korvac going to be here to be in their way.
You know, I guess Blue 4's out of AT because if they stuck a Metis at the other Scud position, they'd be able to snipe the other one. But now there's not really a good place for them to fire this Scud because they don't have eyes on the main Blue 4 group coming up. See, what bugs me here is, where is it being fired at?
Oh, Jesus, I was typing a message. Oh, jeez, I didn't even realize it was launching. Well, it looks like they're launching it again at Red Force spawn. Here it comes. Ooh, it's on the runway.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is an absolute waste. That is the most wasteful
Yep.
one. That's a siren. All right, well, I don't know who's gonna win now because I was hoping if Red Force.
They had an okay one and then a really shitty one that was pointless.
They had a really good one for a little while.
Well, the good one, I mean, it could have taken out more. They could have been a little more conservative with it, but it was a good start. I was hoping for the second one. They then attack when it was going under that attack wave. I feel like that was.
I meant the second one had a really good potential.
Yeah, and they held it.
Moving down the coast, like if they had held there and acted honestly a little bit quicker on the trigger, they would have had probably a dozen.
Yeah. There were two good places they could have hit. They could have either hit the Overwatch group at the military compound or the actual attack wave, and instead they did that.
And I mean, thank God that they've got Red 4 has who they have on AT, because it's been some great long-range shots with the Hunter Killer team. But yeah, and now as Martin is opening up and shooting flares and stuff, I'm sure they're really regretting firing off that missile at that point.
All 4 picked off one guy already coming up. Let's see if they're able to hold it the old-fashioned way. Green shade on the flank of X-Ray here. X-Ray hasn't fired just yet. Now X-Ray's starting to pick people off. If Green Shade were to look up, he doesn't hear them though because they're suppressed.
Yeah, well, Harry isn't. Martin's not looking up there.
Yeah, Shade's not paying attention to that though.
Like,
there goes Carey.
Shots behind me.
What gunshots? Great grenade throw by Dupe. Gets damage on Parkham as he's able to pick off another one.
Shade still completely
confused.
Unaware of what's going on. Oh, now he's looking back over there. Doesn't see the silhouettes as they skyline on the top of the rock somehow.
Yeah, because now the smoke grenades that other Blue 4 elements have been throwing are concealed.
I guess.
And they're going to continue to get some pickoffs. Dupe already on 4 kills, for example. Spook getting all the kills up here, actually. Oh, very risky move by Cheeto. He trades it with his life, but he took out the Metis guy.
Yeah, so if he had his missiles left,
and now Green Shade is taking him out. There goes Dupe.
The rest of them, how the fuck did they get over here?
They charged it with a truck.
Yeah, they Thunder Run, and now they're spamming on the weakness gun. Fred doesn't know what's going on. Fred's able to overrun them. And it's just time to stab one, obviously, in Jib style. I don't know why Wheaton hasn't tried to get out of here. Obviously pushing around. Might catch the head of Fred. And now Fred's dead. The longer they stay here,
that's a stolen 50 cal firing at Osley.
But Osley actually survives. Never mind. Those were chunks.
Fred fails a wake-up check. Jib's up here. I think just spotted Cosmonaut as a grenade gets curved right behind Jib. There goes the transport truck. And I think that grenade killed
killed off
Jib.
Wow. That honestly, if they, I didn't even know. I didn't catch the original attack. I think they did.
My cock. It's gonna Hillary Clinton Savion. There it is. One shot. He followed it up with some more, but
My cock from the rear coming in.
It's always my cock through the bush. Well, Dupe got back up, and they just got double attacked by Green Shade again.
There you go.
With 8 minutes remaining, I think this is GG. Green 4 is going to be able to keep the hold.
Green 4?
Op 4. My bad.
That's okay. The mission maker doesn't know who's fighting either.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was a very kind of a Hail Mary that play there at the end for Blue 4, but I'm absolutely with you. They should be able to hold this with the numbers they have left. the only way I could see Blue 4 winning this if they're able to sneak through the forest, but at this point, they're made and they're able to consolidate this front well enough to where Blue 4 shouldn't be able to get close. Is Golf still alive?
We're putting some shots on Riley. Riley going down.
No, Blue 4 Golf is down too. I don't know what happened to the 1117, but it's not with us anymore.
I don't know either, and the players left, so who the heck knows?
Give it a very visible shrug. Oh, Fred, I think, just passed out from blood loss.
Fred's been down for a while, remember? He got shot.
Oh, has he? Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. I thought you just...
Nah, but there's a medic actually working on him, so we might be able to be brought back.
Well, that was rough.
That was something. That was definitely something.
When you choke, but you still have a good defense strategy.
I don't choke, I gag.
Funny.
Nuclear Moose, Sled, and Frowdy, yeah. They might be able to push through here. If they're lucky, they could sneak around and get a shot on the rear.
50 cal Vic's about to spot him. And spot them it does.
Yeah, wow. I wasn't going to come up here, and I think, yeah, wrong time for him to reload. Bert, going to turn back in. Oh.
He's trying.
He's trying to fucking clear cut this forest.
So 1117 is actually on the runway. I guess it's, yeah, the driver got sniped. He was solo crewing.
How'd he get sniped, though?
Probably the 50 cal Humvee that Op4 stole. They used it against him. Gunner on that Humvee is dead, by the way.
Pog.
5 minutes.
Down to 4, Blue 4 up on the front, another 2 up on the rocks, but none are going to be in the sight line of this Scud launcher. Rowdy, he's making a play, but he's not going to see Jerry off to his side. And that is a quick down and execution there. Ito getting a nice long range shot. He's on 2.
Martin getting picked off. Wheaton also taking some shots down by Sled.
Sled trying to do what he can up on to yeah, Martin's position up there. He wakes back up for the second time, I believe.
Grav is running up, checking on the 1117. He's getting in it now. Throws out the body.
Slev getting double teamed by Ilbanek and Korvac. That little tag team doing a lot of work. Korvac on 4 kills. And Ilbanek on another 2. 6 kills between the 2 of them.
Whew. GG, yeah. I mean,
Cat Morgan trying to
cool concept, but
240, but that's just gonna get a
ended up being a bit meh, you know.
GP25 in return, so he goes down. It's up to Green Shade and Rain Man now, as they are in a sea of red. Ooh, and Rain Man catching Ilbanek out of position, almost got to cover, but no. Korvac's battle buddy goes down for the count. Running around the side, might get an angle on Shade here. Side goes into the building. Oh no.
I agree. Blue 4 did have a bit of poor time
Doesn't see
management.
Shade
They were just
crossing
playing it
below
overly
him.
cautious because of the
Got
Scud
blocked his view,
launchers.
I think.
when they should have played it a lot more aggressively. A lot more fast and loose.
That's like a 2v12, 2v14 or something. Ooh, great shot on Poe there. Sathenberger somehow with a 249. Ready to take revenge.
Rain getting the drop there.
Yeah, Korvac looking the wrong way.
2 minutes, though. I think I can safely call GG at this point.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid GG.
So I have a question for you both.
Yep.
How would you have commanded this as Blue Form?
Well, Liru at least would have spread them out a lot more and had them act as individual elements, if I remember correctly, and I probably would have done something similar.
Did
try and mitigate the effects of the Scud when it is launched.
Did Blue 4 always have the positions of the Scuds marked on map?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, we knew in brief where they were going to go. It was pretty obvious.
I mean,
they literally went exactly where we thought they were going to go.
I would have just used the Medices as their own asset. Had a squad go up and clear over at the hilltop where Blue 4 has their last stand. If you look to the northwest, that rock position, from there you can overwatch and cover where the Scud is on the eastern side, and then you can go over there with the Metis team and you can snipe where the Scud is right now on the western side. So
Yeah, we barely have enough distance for that.
Yeah, what is the view distance? Like 500?
1,000.
oh yeah, you would have had the distance for that then.
That is plenty. And Green Chain's Battle Buddy goes down, and that is
All right,
it.
GG.
All up for eliminated. GG. And everyone shoots in the air for celebration. Grav even stole the 1117.
All right, I don't
believe you have an op tonight.
Yeah, BRB.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, we have an op in about 35, 40 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up here because that doesn't give me enough time to cover an next FNF round. So if you want to keep watching FNF, do !multi, go to Barbarian's channel. But otherwise, we'll be back in 40 minutes for another operation. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and I'll hopefully see you in 40.